The National Fire Protection Association 101 Life Safety Code stipulates the requirements for exit sign spacing, particularly in extended corridors. To adhere to the code, exit signs and lights must be positioned no more than 100 feet apart along the corridor's length. This regulation ensures that individuals can readily identify the path to an exit, especially during emergencies when visibility may be impaired due to smoke or power outages. Proper spacing of exit signs is essential for maintaining a safe environment and facilitating the swift and orderly evacuation of occupants from a building. Factors influencing the optimal placement of exit signs include corridor length, the presence of obstructions that may block visibility, and ambient lighting conditions. The purpose of the spacing requirement is to provide clear and unambiguous guidance to occupants seeking to evacuate the building. Firstly, consider the specific requirements outlined in NFPA 101 Life Safety Code for exit sign placement and spacing. Secondly, assess the length of the corridor and identify any potential obstructions that may impede visibility. Thirdly, ensure that exit signs are readily visible and legible from all points along the corridor, taking into account ambient lighting conditions. Fourthly, regularly inspect and maintain exit signs to ensure they are in proper working order and free from damage or obstructions. Fifthly, consult with qualified fire safety professionals or building code officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations and standards. By following these guidelines, building owners and managers can enhance the safety of their facilities and protect occupants in the event of an emergency. The strategic placement of exit signs and lights plays a crucial role in guiding individuals to safety during evacuations. The code mandates a maximum spacing of 100 feet to ensure visibility and accessibility. This requirement is particularly important in long corridors where individuals may become disoriented or confused in emergencies. Compliance with the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is essential for maintaining a safe environment. Regular inspections and maintenance are necessary to ensure that exit signs function properly and remain visible. Moreover, building owners and managers should conduct periodic drills to familiarize occupants with evacuation procedures and the location of exits. The aim is to minimize the risk of panic and ensure a smooth and efficient evacuation process. The code specifies that exit signs must be illuminated and readily visible, even under emergency lighting conditions. The illumination level should be sufficient to ensure that the signs are easily discernible from a distance. Additionally, exit signs must be positioned at a height that is easily visible to all occupants, including those with disabilities. This ensures that everyone can quickly locate and follow the exit path, regardless of their physical condition. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code also addresses the design and construction of exit signs. The signs must be made of durable materials that can withstand the effects of fire and smoke. The lettering and symbols on the signs must be clear and legible, using contrasting colors to enhance visibility. Moreover, exit signs must be installed in a manner that prevents them from being easily obstructed or damaged. The code requires that exit signs be installed in a conspicuous location, such as above doors or along corridors. The signs must be positioned so that they are easily visible from all points along the exit path. In addition, exit signs must be placed at regular intervals to ensure that occupants can readily locate the nearest exit. The spacing between exit signs should not exceed 100 feet, as specified in the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code. The purpose of this requirement is to provide clear and unambiguous guidance to occupants seeking to evacuate the building. The code also addresses the maintenance and inspection of exit signs. Exit signs must be regularly inspected to ensure that they are in proper working order. The bulbs or lamps in illuminated exit signs must be replaced as needed to maintain adequate illumination levels. Additionally, exit signs must be cleaned regularly to remove dust and debris that could obscure their visibility. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is a comprehensive set of requirements for fire safety in buildings. Compliance with the code is essential for protecting occupants and minimizing the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. Building owners and managers should consult with qualified fire safety professionals or building code officials to ensure that their facilities meet all applicable requirements. The code provides detailed guidance on a wide range of fire safety topics, including exit sign placement, fire alarm systems, sprinkler systems, and fire-resistant construction. Exit signs are an integral part of a building's fire safety system. They play a crucial role in guiding occupants to safety during evacuations. By following the guidelines outlined in the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code, building owners and managers can ensure that exit signs are properly installed, maintained, and visible, thereby enhancing the safety of their facilities and protecting occupants in the event of an emergency. Furthermore, the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code emphasizes the importance of conducting regular fire drills. These drills are designed to familiarize occupants with evacuation procedures and the location of exits. By practicing evacuation routes and procedures, occupants can develop a better understanding of how to respond in the event of a fire. Fire drills also provide an opportunity to identify and address any potential problems or deficiencies in the building's fire safety system. In addition to exit signs, the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code addresses the use of emergency lighting. Emergency lighting systems are designed to provide illumination in the event of a power outage. These systems typically consist of battery-powered lights that automatically activate when the normal power supply is interrupted. Emergency lighting is essential for ensuring that occupants can safely evacuate a building, even if the normal lighting system fails. The code specifies minimum illumination levels for emergency lighting systems. The illumination level should be sufficient to allow occupants to see clearly and navigate safely to the nearest exit. Emergency lighting systems must also be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are in proper working order. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code also addresses the use of fire alarms. Fire alarm systems are designed to alert occupants to the presence of a fire. These systems typically consist of smoke detectors, heat detectors, and manual pull stations. When a fire is detected, the fire alarm system will sound an audible alarm and activate visual signals such as flashing lights. Fire alarm systems must be installed in accordance with the code requirements. The code specifies the types of detectors that are required, the location of the detectors, and the spacing between the detectors. Fire alarm systems must also be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are in proper working order. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code also addresses the use of sprinkler systems. Sprinkler systems are designed to automatically suppress a fire. These systems consist of a network of pipes and sprinkler heads that are connected to a water supply. When a fire occurs, the heat from the fire will activate the sprinkler heads, which will release water to extinguish the flames. Sprinkler systems must be installed in accordance with the code requirements. The code specifies the types of sprinkler heads that are required, the spacing between the sprinkler heads, and the water supply requirements. Sprinkler systems must also be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are in proper working order. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code also addresses the requirements for fire-resistant construction. Fire-resistant construction is designed to prevent the spread of fire and smoke. The code specifies the types of materials that must be used in the construction of walls, floors, and roofs. The code also specifies the fire resistance ratings for these materials. Fire-resistant construction is essential for protecting occupants and minimizing the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is a complex and comprehensive set of requirements for fire safety in buildings. Building owners and managers should consult with qualified fire safety professionals or building code officials to ensure that their facilities meet all applicable requirements. Compliance with the code is essential for protecting occupants and minimizing the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. Remember that the 100-foot spacing requirement is a maximum, and in certain situations, closer spacing may be necessary to ensure adequate visibility. For example, if a corridor has numerous turns or obstructions, additional exit signs may be needed to guide occupants to safety. The OJ, or authority having jurisdiction, has the final say. Ultimately, the goal is to provide a clear and unobstructed path to the exits, enabling occupants to evacuate the building quickly and safely in the event of an emergency. Regular training and awareness programs can further enhance the effectiveness of exit signs and emergency lighting systems. Occupants should be educated on the location of exits, the meaning of exit signs, and the proper procedures for evacuating the building. These programs can help to ensure that occupants are prepared to respond effectively in the event of a fire or other emergency. Building owners and managers should also conduct regular inspections and maintenance of exit signs and emergency lighting systems to ensure that they are in proper working order. This includes checking the illumination levels of exit signs, replacing burned-out bulbs, and testing the functionality of emergency lighting systems. Any deficiencies or problems should be promptly addressed to ensure that the systems are ready to perform as intended when needed. In addition to the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code, other codes and standards may also apply to exit signs and emergency lighting systems. These may include local building codes, fire codes, and accessibility standards. Building owners and managers should consult with qualified professionals to ensure that their facilities comply with all applicable requirements. By adhering to these codes and standards, building owners and managers can create a safer environment for occupants and minimize the risk of fire-related incidents. In summary, the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code requires that exit signs and lights be spaced at a maximum of 100 feet apart along the length of a corridor. This requirement is intended to ensure that occupants can readily identify the path to an exit, even during emergencies. Compliance with this code, along with regular inspections, maintenance, and training, is essential for maintaining a safe environment and protecting occupants in the event of a fire. Furthermore, consider the potential for smoke accumulation in the corridor. Smoke can significantly reduce visibility, making it difficult to see exit signs, even if they are properly spaced. In areas where smoke accumulation is likely, additional exit signs may be needed to ensure that occupants can still find their way to safety. The use of low-mounted exit signs, which are positioned closer to the floor, can also be beneficial in smoky conditions, as they are more likely to remain visible below the smoke layer. In addition to visual exit signs, audible exit signals can also be used to guide occupants to safety. These signals may include voice announcements or alarms that indicate the location of exits. Audible exit signals can be particularly helpful for individuals with visual impairments or for those who are unfamiliar with the building. When selecting exit signs, it is important to choose signs that are appropriate for the specific environment in which they will be used. For example, in areas where there is a risk of vandalism, it may be necessary to use vandal-resistant exit signs. In areas where there is exposure to moisture or chemicals, it may be necessary to use signs that are specifically designed for those conditions. The installation of exit signs should be performed by qualified professionals who are familiar with the applicable codes and standards. Proper installation is essential to ensure that the signs are visible, legible, and securely mounted. The location of exit signs should be carefully planned to ensure that they are easily accessible and do not create any obstructions. Building owners and managers should also maintain records of all exit sign inspections, maintenance, and repairs. These records can be used to demonstrate compliance with applicable codes and standards and to track the performance of the exit sign system over time. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is a constantly evolving document. It is important to stay up to date on the latest changes and revisions to the code to ensure that your facility remains in compliance. The NFPA offers a variety of resources to help building owners and managers stay informed about the code, including training courses, publications, and online resources. In addition to complying with the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code, building owners and managers should also consider implementing best practices for exit sign placement and maintenance. These best practices can help to enhance the safety of the building and provide occupants with the best possible chance of escaping safely in the event of an emergency. Some examples of best practices include using larger exit signs, providing redundant exit signs, and conducting regular exit sign training for occupants. By taking a proactive approach to exit sign safety, building owners and managers can create a safer environment for everyone. Remember, the ultimate goal of exit signs is to save lives. By ensuring that exit signs are properly installed, maintained, and visible, you can help to protect occupants in the event of a fire or other emergency. The strategic and thoughtful placement of exit signage contributes significantly to overall building safety and emergency preparedness. In addition to the prescriptive requirements of the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code, performance-based design approaches can also be used to determine the appropriate spacing and placement of exit signs. Performance-based design allows for greater flexibility in meeting the intent of the code, while still ensuring an equivalent level of safety. Performance-based design typically involves the use of computer modeling or other analytical tools to simulate the movement of people during an evacuation. These simulations can be used to evaluate the effectiveness of different exit sign layouts and to identify potential bottlenecks or areas where additional signage may be needed. When using a performance-based design approach, it is important to work closely with qualified fire protection engineers and building code officials to ensure that the design meets the applicable requirements. Performance-based design can be a valuable tool for optimizing exit sign placement and enhancing the safety of buildings, particularly in complex or unusual situations. Consideration should also be given to the potential for vandalism or tampering with exit signs. In areas where vandalism is a concern, it may be necessary to use tamper-resistant exit signs or to install protective cages around the signs. Regular inspections should also be conducted to ensure that exit signs have not been damaged or removed. If exit signs are damaged or removed, they should be promptly repaired or replaced to ensure that they are always available to guide occupants to safety. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code also addresses the requirements for exit access. Exit access is the path of travel from any point in a building to an exit. The code specifies minimum widths for exit access corridors and doorways. The code also specifies the maximum travel distance from any point in a building to an exit. The requirements for exit access are intended to ensure that occupants can quickly and easily reach an exit in the event of an emergency. The NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is not the only code that may apply to exit signs. Other codes, such as the International Building Code and the International Fire Code, may also contain requirements for exit signs. Building owners and managers should consult with qualified professionals to ensure that their facilities comply with all applicable codes. Compliance with all applicable codes is essential for maintaining a safe environment and protecting occupants in the event of an emergency. Furthermore, remember that exit signs are only one component of a comprehensive fire safety plan. A comprehensive fire safety plan should also include fire alarm systems, sprinkler systems, fire extinguishers, and emergency evacuation procedures. All of these components work together to provide a multi-layered approach to fire safety. Regular fire drills should be conducted to familiarize occupants with the emergency evacuation procedures. Occupants should also be trained on how to use fire extinguishers and how to report a fire. By having a comprehensive fire safety plan in place, building owners and managers can minimize the risk of fire-related injuries and fatalities. In conclusion, the 100-foot spacing requirement for exit signs in the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code is a critical element of building safety. It is imperative to understand this requirement and to ensure that your building is in compliance. However, it is also important to remember that this is just one aspect of a comprehensive fire safety plan. By taking a holistic approach to fire safety, you can create a safer environment for everyone.